All right, back here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus, meteorologist Chris Mulcahy joining us this morning. Wow, it's been busy with election coverage, but it's a nice day out as well. So, Chris, give it to us straight.
You all have been busy. This is.
Do you like this when it's kind of, sort of not a slow day, but a slow day?
This is like when we're doing the severe weather jazz, like you guys might be gathering some materials, but I was like, but the weather people just take it away.
Right.
For all you, I've just been hearing about all these different elections, what to vote for, and I'm just like, hey, no excuses. Go outside. It's sunny.
There you
Go vote. So it's been a very easy day. Of course, to try to dig up any stats that I could. Nothing really too crazy. 56 degrees is where we're at right now, kicking off the 9 o'clock going on 10 o'clock hour. So that means by the next temperature update, which usually comes at the end of every hour, right at the very beginning, we're going to be back into the 60s, and our highs today, right around 70. Yesterday, we hit 70 degrees. I think we're going to be very close to, if not 69 degrees, so I think it's going to be kind of a range of differential heating of 69 to 71, but sunshine across the board, all as well. Great for tacos later on for your Taco Tuesday. That's what we're doing. Most Tuesdays are Taco Tuesdays for us. But this morning, we dropped down to 41. That does technically categorize or classify as the third coldest morning that we've had so far this season, but that's nothing because dun 29 degrees is what I have for a low. November 11th, by the way, that's next Tuesday, and next Wednesday morning around 32, so we could have back-to-back mornings around that freezing point. So now I'm going to ask you all a question.
Okay.
When do you think Charlotte typically has its first freeze?
Oh, first freeze. I'm going to go with
I'll even make it easier for
January 12th.
Okay, first freeze.
I'll say first week of December.
Okay. It is actually sooner than you think because on average,
I'm way off.
it's November 8th.
November 8th?
Yep.
As in a couple days from now?
Yep.
Charlotte, and not even
Charlotte.
the high country or
Yep.
anything.
Because the reason why is we average the lower 40s this time of year. So oftentimes you're going to have temperature swings. So yeah, dating back to 1878, and I actually looked at a more recent set of days. It only fluctuates to about the 11th if you do like the last 10 years or so. Because last year it was a later one. It was November 29th, and the latest has ever been is December 10th. Oh. And during January, we averaged 32 degrees for our low, where it's more typical, and then you drop a little bit further. But yeah, November 8th. So this stat surprises a lot of people. So I just wanted to surprise both of you with a little trivia.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, no surprise, is the pick of the week because you have wall-to-wall sunshine, high temperatures in the mid-70s. Now, we do have some warmer days or just as warm days, but the reason why I chose this one is I think it's perfectly sunny, no problems. And then meanwhile, Saturday, because it has an iffiness for its clouds, a lot of question marks, there's no question marks about how great tomorrow is because our rain chances, I still think are primarily Saturday night to Sunday, but you also have a rain chance Friday into Saturday, so there could be clouds really on either side of the day. It's not the beautiful Carolina blues across, not even worrying about a cloud in the sky. Now, our surface map really shows the tale of what's about to come. We're going to have a couple of cold fronts. Number one, we have a front that moves in and it kind of stalls out, wants to visit the mountains for your Friday into Saturday. And then once it really gets a little extra support, more moisture out of the south, it's going to lead to widespread rain, I think primarily through your Sunday morning. But if you notice, there is another lurker. We have another cold front that's come behind this. This is the one that's really going to cool us down. So it's that Arctic high pressure system, the ones that can really bring some of that colder air, even record-breaking temperatures during the wintertime. This one is going to make it quite chilly, where highs are only going to be in the 50s, and then I already showed you the lows, likely going to be around that freezing point. Now, fast-forwarding our wind gusts over the next several days, what you're looking at right here are the wind gusts by Saturday morning. Since that front is so close, it's creating what's called a pressure gradient. So you have a difference of pressure that oftentimes along a front, it's going to pick the winds up. So that's why we're looking at gusts up to about 25 to 35 miles per hour starting Friday night, but that also is going to continue on and off through the weekend. This time frame right here is showing around 9 a.m. on Sunday. We're going to keep those winds up, gusting constantly to around 30 miles per hour, and it's out of the southwest initially, but then when we get that other front to roll in, it's out of the north and northwest heading into your Monday. So let's talk about wind chills. So wind chills at noon on Monday, which, by the way, we only have a high of 56 degrees. You haven't seen that yet. It's still going to be potentially, with those gusty winds, feeling like 35 degrees. And what's really shock and awe is once we actually do drop down below freezing, it'll feel more like the lower to the mid-20s across the greater Charlotte area and the foothills. The mountains could have its first single-digit wind chill of the season.
No.
Yes. This is the deal. It is still fall, but I think we forget each and every year that it does get cold on and off through November. Now, we're talking about the 70s now, and the 60s feel great. If you talk to any of my friends up in Boston, they're going to say, quit complaining, Chris.
Right.
That's ridiculous. But no, it's still tough whenever you have that first big cool down, because as you can see for our Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast, the lower to the mid 70s for the next 6 days is amazing, but we'll play that game. Which one of these things don't go together? Monday. Monday, right around 56 degrees, and I think we're going to be in the lower to the mid 50s on Tuesday. And if you really kind of compare it to something, I have a low of 55 on Saturday, but then a high of 56 on Monday. So what we start off with on Saturday could be just as warm as our peak high temperature for Monday, which, by the way, will feel more like it's Christmas Day compared to where we should be in this November.
Okay. All right. But this week is nice.
Yeah, focusing on the good, but I want people to not hold on to this like, oh, we'll have more days like this. No. A stretch of lower to the mid 70s this many days in a row for this time in November is very rare, so don't let it pass. As the Latin saying goes, carpe diem, seize the day.
All right. We're going to seize it.